Hi everyone, so this is probably the most requested video because most people show you how to create a digital planner, but it's usually under 200 pages. And that is because if you don't use InDesign, if you want to use a free program, it's kind of tricky to do that. Canva, I mean, it's probably less than 200 pages. So it's a pain when you want to create hyperlinks and then you get to 200 pages and you can't. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can still do that without InDesign completely for free. And I'm so excited to share this because honestly, this was a challenge to find. Okay, so let's get started with the design, and I've chosen Canva for this because it's obviously what most people feel comfortable with. So we're gonna click create a design, and then you can type in US letter and just choose the size, which is 8.5, 11 inches for a portrait planner. But if you want a horizontal planner, then we're gonna choose custom size, and we're gonna type in 11 to 8, sorry, first we're gonna choose inches, then we're gonna type in 11 to 8.5 inches, and we're gonna click create a new design. Now that our page is ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use templates. So I'm gonna go to design and type in planner index, which has this particular template that I like. Then I'm just gonna click on it and choose my first page. I get this question a lot, and it is whether or not you can use these designs to sell on Etsy, and the answer is yes. The most important thing is that you make changes to them. Obviously you can't sell the same template, but you can make them different and then sell them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to elements, I'm gonna type in puppy, choose photos, and then just choose the puppy picture I like this one, so I'm gonna add it here. Now I can change the fonts, I can change the titles. Okay, next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add more pages. So I'm gonna go back to design and then click new page and then add the first page. This is January, and I'm gonna add all 12 months here. So just new page and new page 3, and just do it with all of them. Now if you're gonna use an undated planner, in that case I would just create one page, one template. So I would remove all these numbers and just do that, but in my case it's not undated, so we're gonna do it like this. Now that you have added all of the monthly pages, what we need is daily view, weekly, and yearly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new page and then go here and type in yearly calendar 2023, and then just choose the calendar that I like. So I like this one, and then I'm gonna select all of the text and just make it black. And also I'm gonna change the font to Garrett. Also gonna make sure that there's no italics here, and I'm gonna decrease the size because some of the numbers were not fitting. So that's it, we have this done. One thing I will mention also is that when I create my first planner idea, I created it in black and white, so that makes my process a lot faster. And then after I'm done with that and just chose all the shapes and forms, then I create a colored planner. So we have a yearly page, we need a monthly page also. So we have a yearly page, we need a weekly page also. So I'm just gonna type in weekly planner and then just choose the one I like. I'm gonna delete these elements and I'm gonna make it black and white, change the font to Garrett. So I'm just selecting everything and then choose Garrett, then choose color black, and here we have the view. Now another thing I'm gonna mention is that I want to create multiple weekly planner pages so people can choose. So I'm just gonna choose one more and then add this one, for example. Delete this, make it black, delete this part, and then these ones I don't like, so I'm gonna delete them. And then also I'm gonna change the font to Garrett so it matches the whole theme. So we have this. One thing I've noticed is that they don't really have many daily planners over here. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna go to templates, and then over here you type in daily planner and then just choose the daily planner that you like. Let's say I like this one is free. I'm gonna customize it and I'm gonna decrease the size. I don't like this shape, so we're gonna delete that. If you don't like some other shapes, you can delete them as well. So let's make it even more minimalist. And here we go, we have it. I'm gonna delete the background, and here I have my daily planner. Then I'm just gonna select everything, and then I'm gonna go back to this planner and I'm gonna just paste it over here. And then I can choose what I do with it. Maybe you want to have multiple days here, but I'm gonna do it like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a to-do list. So it has two sides to it. So I'm gonna choose, let's say, this one, and then I'm gonna customize this template. Again, same thing, select everything, change the colors, always make it black. This one I'm gonna make black, and then I'm gonna make sure the fonts are right. Garrett. If there's something you don't like, you delete that. So let's say these ones feel strong. I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna delete this page, and I'm gonna paste it now, and we're gonna resize to match. Move it to the side. This still feels a little big, so I'm just gonna make it smaller, and then I'm gonna delete these. Don't need the dates because they already have them. Don't need the dates, I just need a to-do list. And then another one we can change to something else. So we can maybe do this one, customize. So I have one, I'm gonna do another one, and then add this one. Again, we're gonna select everything, change it to black. And one thing we can add is bullet journal. So we have the grids, so I'm gonna customize this template, and then I'm gonna paste it over here. So now that we're ready with the view, one thing that's missing is our index page, which should appear here. So I like to have my yearly view also in the beginning of the planner. These ones I keep at the end. And then one thing I need is an index page, which I usually have as a second page, but this is your preference also. So I'm gonna add text, add a heading. I'm gonna make sure that this is my font, and then I'm gonna resize it and type in index. Then I'm gonna move it, copy, and then I'm gonna say yearly, I'm gonna say monthly, I'm gonna say weekly, and I'm gonna say daily. And then I'm gonna select everything, move them to the side, make them a little smaller, and I'm gonna add spacing like this. So this is my index. You can obviously add more things to it, but that's all I'm gonna add. So now that we're done with the template, as you can see, I have 21 pages. So I have an index page, yearly page, monthly pages, and daily pages. I don't create each individual page. I just create the designs that we're gonna use, and then we can repeat those designs endlessly. So now let's download this. Okay, so let's go to the program. Make sure that the planner is extracted as well. So we have it ready, and then we go to LibreOffice, and then I'm gonna choose presentation. So as you can see, this is really similar to Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, basically the same thing, just free. So we're gonna click this, and I'm not gonna use a template, so I'm gonna click close. So now the biggest thing is to change the page size. So I'm gonna just delete these because I don't need them, and then I'm gonna go to slide properties, and I'm gonna change the size. So here I'm just gonna choose letter because that's what I chose. Make sure it's landscape, and then these I'm just gonna make them 0. Unless you want to print this out, I would recommend you do the same because it's just gonna add 1 centimeter around, and you don't want that. So I'm just gonna delete all of this and then click OK. Now that we have our page correct size, we can start uploading our planner. I have the first page. I'm gonna click insert image. If you can't see this part, just click over here to properties, or you can use the shortcut, and then I click insert image. And then I go to my planner and click the first image, and here we go. Now we're gonna add all our pages like the same way. So I'm just gonna copy and paste the slide. You can do it either right click, copy and paste, or shortcuts. And then I'm gonna use insert page and choose 2. Now it was very important that you chose the to create a planner in a certain strategy. So, you know, you made sure that the first page is the cover, the second page is your index page, third page is your yearly page, then all the monthly pages, because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to upload all the slides. So as you can see, I know that slide 3 is my slide 3 on Canva, so it's the same thing. And then I'm just gonna repeat the process. Another thing I want to mention to you is that I choose to insert the image this way because then I can't edit the document, and it's always nice to have the background that you don't move and don't mess around when you want to add other elements. So I'm gonna insert the image, choose slide 5, and again I'm gonna speed this process up and come back to you once I'm done, so you don't have to go through this with me. Now, one more thing I'm gonna mention is that maybe your slide view is like this, so I recommend that you make it bigger so you really see what's going on here when you're uploading it, and that makes it a lot easier for you to, you know, just choose the right slides. Even though I have the numbers, but like sometimes some people don't, so in that case you just need to know which slide is which. Okay, now that I'm done with all my slides, I've uploaded all of them. Now I can finally create the hyperlinks. So we're gonna go to index, and then here I'm gonna add this square rectangle. I'm gonna make sure that to choose the size I need for the text. So that's it, and double click it and just type in 2023. And then now we can change the colors of this. So I'm gonna select the shape, and then here I'm gonna choose none, and then with this one I'm just gonna make it 100 transparency so you can't see the line, and here it is, we have it ready. You can also always resize the shape if you want, so that's not a problem, but the most important thing is that it's transparent. Now I'm gonna copy and paste the same thing. I'm gonna move it to monthly, and then over here I'm gonna say 0102, so basically just type in all the months, and as you can see the shape is on the correct size, so I'm just gonna drag it here so it fits, and I'm gonna make it to the side, and then something I added enter or something. So here we have the months as well, and then if you don't like the color of this, you can always change it over here, so make sure it's black and make sure it's transparent. And I'm gonna add one more, copy and move it down to my weekly, and I don't need it so big, so I'm just gonna say layout number 1, layout number 2, and I'm gonna do the same for my daily. So here we have our index. Let's add the hyperlinks. So the first thing is I'm gonna select the text here, then I'm gonna click insert, and then I'm gonna choose hyperlink. And then here you can add it to your Instagram, your website, and things like that. So you would just add it here. But because we're choosing something inside the document, I'm just gonna go ahead and click this. And then I'm gonna click this one. Now I'm gonna choose my yearly. So my yearly is slide 3. So I'm just gonna choose that. Click apply, make sure to do this step. Make sure that it shows over here, and then just click OK. That's it. Usually it changes the color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select, and then we're gonna change it to black, and we're gonna make it transparent. Now we're gonna do the same for monthly. I'm gonna move my slides a little bit. So again, you can make this smaller, you can make this bigger so you can really see, but I usually like to move it to the slide that I need so I really can see what I'm doing. So I need slide 4 in this case, and then I'm gonna do the same, insert a hyperlink, and then go to document, choose slide 4, click apply and click OK. I'm gonna do the same with all of them. Okay, so now that you're done, one thing you need to do is to check if everything's correct before we move any further. So what you're gonna do is just hover with your mouse, and then you can see slide 3, slide 4, and just check every slide like this. So just by hovering on it and making sure that everything's okay. So now that everything's fine, what we can do is we can add those nice tabs on the side. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go to our index page, and then we're gonna choose master view, and then over here we're gonna add the tabs. The way you add the tabs is the same. You just add the rectangles that you need. So I'm just gonna add, first I'm gonna add 6, so copy and move them. If you click shift, it moves faster, so just letting you know. Now that I created 6 of them, I'm just gonna select all of them, and then I'm gonna copy and paste and move them with shift, and then add one more for my index page. Now that we have all of them, I'm gonna select all of them, and I'm just gonna drag them to fit the size that I want. Now we can change the color of this, so I'm gonna choose a light gray, and I'm also gonna choose the line color, so custom, and then let's say I want them white. So here we have our tabs ready. Now what we need is to add text, so I'm gonna type in here, and I'm gonna just do this symbol for index, and then we can also make the size smaller, so I'm gonna use 18. I'm gonna copy this and paste it because then it just keeps the formatting, and I feel like this should be a little smaller, so I'm gonna copy this and paste it, change the number. So I do it so that I don't have to constantly change the fonts, but they always stay the same. Okay, perfect. Now that we're done with this, we can add the hyperlinks here. So again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna say insert hyperlink, and then choose document, and then choose where my index page is. Now the tricky part is to remember which page is which. You can always change the names of this, but I know specifically that my index page is slide 2. So I'm gonna click apply and OK, and then I'm gonna add these as well. You can always exit the view to see, so you would just click close master view to see where everything is. So I know that slide 1 is this, slide 2 is this, and then I know that my months start from slide 4. So I'm gonna go back to my master view, and then I'm gonna choose this, and then I'm gonna add the hyperlink by going to slide 4, apply, click OK, and then I'm just gonna add all of them. Okay, now that I'm done, I can close my master view. And one important thing I want to tell you is that if you don't want the tabs to show up, for example, on your cover page, what you can do is just remove master objects, and that's it. So very easy. And so now it only shows up on these pages, but not on this one. And now that we're done with the planner, we need to export it. So we're just gonna click File, Export as PDF, and then choose the settings you want. So for example, if you're not gonna print this, then I would recommend that you reduce the resolution size at least to 150 or probably even more. And I'm gonna export. And now I'm gonna show you how it looks like on GoodNotes. So you can use it on GoodNotes and other apps as well. Let's just upload it. So I'm gonna click plus, import. Okay, so this is how our planner looks like. We make sure that we choose the links so we can click on them. I'm gonna go to the index page, and I can go to all the links and see them and click on all the tabs over here. Can also always go back to my index page and then go to the monthly view. The client can always duplicate this layout. So let's say I create a new page, and I'm gonna just use current template. So I'm gonna choose this one, and then I have as many weekly pages as possible. I hope that this video is helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I will make sure to try and answer to all of them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.